Yes.
What in the butt? This is CampingGearTV.com. I'm your host, Ben.
I'm Josh.
With us, as always, is our good friend Gary. And as always, we are looking at the latest and the greatest in outdoor gear.
What happened to Mortimer?
On vacation, I believe, this week.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad we talked about that.
I think he is in Glacier National Park currently.
But just wanted to clear it up.
Yep, we are not looking at anything that is necessarily a piece of gear, but it's certainly a useful tool that you can use on your outdoor excursions. What are we taking a look at today?
We're looking at an app called ViewRanger.
What is app short for?
Application on a smartphone.
Yes. Right? Thank you for clearing that up. Some people may not know.
Sure. So if you've got an iPhone or an Android phone.
A regular Android won't.
No, they don't make this for that.
Okay, all right.
An iPhone or an Android smartphone, you can download this app called ViewRanger, and we've looked at apps in the past and talked about some cool stuff. This one is, in a nutshell, basically what this is an app that turns your smartphone into a GPS, all right, and has all sorts of functionality for doing lots of really cool stuff, all in a colorful graphical interface that you would expect with a smartphone app. So whereas a lot of GPS units have that like kind of old cell phone screen look, where it's like the black on olive.
Right, okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
You know, I think that the full color map thing is just better.
Right.
You know, and obviously there's a lot of GPS that has that.
Sure.
But here's the thing, this thing costs $4.99. All right.
$499?
$4.99.
Okay, all right.
There's a couple different versions on there. They seem to have somewhat similar features. There is a premium one that has some extra things that maybe some people would be interested in.
Sure.
But $4.99 for the regular version that has so much stuff in it, I can't see why that many people wouldn't be super pumped about it. So there's a lot of things on here that I'm going to go through that I think you guys will find to be beneficial for your backpacking, your hiking, cycling, all sorts of different things that you could use this for, right? And for $4.99, I don't see why you wouldn't get it. Just to say, you know, just to at least play with it and see what is this going to do for me. And if you're one of the people out there that doesn't have a GPS and you have a smartphone, this is a great option.
Yeah.
Right.
I can attest to many a times in life paying $4.99 to just play with it.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Right.
Money well spent.
That is money well spent.
Yeah. What can I say?
I've spent more than that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Who has?
So here's some other things about it. National Topo Mapping Access, and that's with offline caching. Okay. It's got a map source with National Trails overlay. All right. So you know you've got all these maps and all these trails that are programmed into this thing already for you.
And you'll see the GPS. Cool. It'll track you along the...
It'll track you along. I'll get to that. One of the cool things about this is that they partnered with Menasha Ridge Wilderness Press, makers of such fine books as Sex in a Tent.
Right, exactly.
60 Hikes in 60 Days.
Some other really good books we've looked at.
Yeah, Naughty Adventures with Mike Horn. Stuff like that. No, but Menasha Ridge has a ton of books with great hikes and trail guides and all these great narratives and stories about these trails and adventures you can go on. Well, this app, they partnered with them to provide downloadable GPS triggered electronic guides. So if you're on a trail and they happen to have a guide available for it in partnership with Menasha Ridge, you can get that on your phone while you're out there or while you're at home planning it.
That's
pretty nice.
Pretty legit, actually.
For $4.99.
Right. So it's no extra to get those.
That comes with it.
Wow.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So this is a little more involved than just like.
There's a lot here.
On your regular Google Maps app. Yeah. You know, technically that's a GPS, but it's not a trail. You're not going to see a trail route, and you're not going to be able to see yourself along the trail.
No, you're not, and you know it has the buddy beacon thing, so you can share stuff through Twitter messaging, images, videos. People at home can check into what you're doing. That's a great feature of it. And some of the things it has, it works almost anywhere in the world, and it uses open source maps, or you can upgrade to Topo Maps. All right, and they have the Topo Maps for USA or 13 other countries. Maps can be downloaded on the move. That's pretty sweet.
That is pretty sweet.
And they recommend that you do that when you're hooked up to a Wi-Fi network because of the bandwidth and stuff like that. It marks the path as a track on the map in real time, so that as you're going, it'll mark along where you've come from and where you've been.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty legit.
I mean,
I can see how useful this would really be.
Yeah. It works without mobile coverage because maps can be stored on your phone offline, right? And we all know how cell phones work. Even when your phone doesn't have service, Google Maps still works.
Yeah.
That tracking of the GPS component of these phones can work even when your phone doesn't have service. So this app doesn't have to have cell phone service as long as you have the maps downloaded.
It's crazy.
It's nice. It's really nice. You can do real-time on-screen map coordinate display. You can search for places on the map by place name or postcode or other different things. You can look at maps in a 3D panorama. Sounds pretty cool.
So you can use this phone while you're out on the trail. You can be like, here's another trail I like to go see. You can mark yourself on the trail.
Yeah.
And then when you're having sex in a tent, you can take a picture of yourself and upload it to Twitter and Buddy Beacon it out.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
Really solid.
That's basically, I think that was the reason why they created this whole thing.
Right.
And they were like, well, we need to build some other functionality around that part of it.
Right.
And so it just kind of grew into something bigger.
Sure. And I can see why Menasha Ridge got involved because of the book.
Yeah. So you can in planning, like we talked about, you can download these guides, and they have an in-app directory of all the guides available. Right. So you're not just by chance. You can go in and see which of what do they have guides of. You can look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good feature. And you can create your own routes using the app or on your PC using a route planner that they have on their website, ViewRanger.com, I believe it is. And that's a nice feature because when you're creating a route, it's much easier to do it on your normal desktop computer or laptop as opposed to on this little screen. So when you're at home planning your trip, you can do some of that pre-planning stuff on your computer, sync it up to the phone. What else could you ask for?
I'm trying to think, and there's not a whole lot.
Right.
Maybe for it to do your dishes.
Maybe if it came with buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Hot wings.
Beef jerky.
Yeah.
Chicken.
Yeah, chicken. Create your own routes to follow the app, as I talked about. You can do estimated time of arrival while you're navigating. So you say, here's where I'm going. Based on your pace and the distance, the app will tell you, here's how much longer you have to go.
Right.
You know? So if you've got it, you can pick up the pace if you want to beat that.
That might be a little discouraging sometimes when you're on the trail. You're like, oh, that much further.
Right.
I certainly know I've been there.
It's got magnetic compass integration. We're supported on the phone. And look at this. You know, it does things like pace, speed, altitude, speed, compass.
Craziness.
Yeah, it is. It's nice. You can save the paths and the tracks of all of your trips. Nice feature. Record stats like time, distance, speed, max speed. View graphical profiles of trips. Add photos using Picasa or Flickr to create trip journals. It just, I mean, there is so much stuff that this little app does. And for $4.99, I think even if you have a GPS already that you went out and spent $200, $300, $500 on, there's things that this does that probably doesn't do, and this might be a nice supplement to that.
The trail routes with the GPS tracking along it, and that in itself I think is worth the $4.99.
Of
just
course.
that by itself.
Of course.
Yeah, that's pretty useful.
And of course, the $300, $400, $500 GPS units, a Garmin or whatever it might be, have that.
Yeah.
But they might not have some of the in-app guides like this has,
Sure.
the Menasha Ridge stuff. So for that reason, good to get it.
But they're also, that's only $4.99, and you're not getting a Garmin for $4.
I'm saying for people that already have a Garmin.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So you can, again, like we talked about, you can share your real-time location using Buddy Beacon. Lots of cool stuff here. All the maps that are included in this thing at this price is ridiculous. So check it out. It's called ViewRanger. Go to the App Store. If you got an iPhone, if you got an Android, do whatever it is that you do to get apps. Check it out, $4.99. It's pretty good.
I believe you missed one key point. They have a section in there where you can see what is the closest Chinese restaurant that I'm to and order food while you're on the trail.
Right.
And that is that's pretty dope. Except for you can't do it on Mondays because Chinese restaurants are closed on Mondays.
They have a section for closest Chinese place and a section for the closest chicken and fish place in the ghetto.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Right. And I believe they're working on a liquor store hookup.
Right.
Now that's rumored. We can't confirm that.
2.0 maybe.
But we'll see what happens. But definitely get to your app store and check it out because it really sounds like a useful little tool for $4.99. Yeah, because we're definitely going to be using that on the trails this summer for sure.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that is our show for today. I am sure you have had your life possibly bettered.
Probably.
Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. It's probably been bettered by watching this episode. So, but if you'd like to improve it more, make sure you check out some past episodes and catch us next time. But until then, he's Josh, he's Gary, I'm Ben. We are CampingGearTV.com.